did buy a toy for the baby, so he wants to give it to Goldie, and she's like, oh my gosh. Maxwell is going on a relax ride. Goldie put trick candles on the cake. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for a fairy tale adventure. This is a Midas King Sims 4 story. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. We are here with Midas King, and as usual, he is in full costume and unrecognizable and working on his acting career. He is a global phenomenon at this point, and nobody can touch him in the acting career. This is what we are used to from Midas. However, he just got a text from his wife Goldie saying that she had left and gone to Chestnut Ridge for a visit to his father. Now, deep down, Midas is worried that she won't return. He is here filming Fairy Tales and Dragons, and he has another woohoo scene that he's already completed. And so Midas fears that he's pushed Goldie too far. He's gone back on many of his promises, even though he has become more open to the idea of having a child lately, and also he has become a little more family oriented in his heart, but he hasn't had time to prove that to Goldie. Yet and still, he's doing things that he promised he wouldn't, like the woohoo scenes, and still highly prioritizing fame over Goldie. On the other hand, he did get rid of his manager, Dion, but I don't think that we've heard the last of him. He did switch, but he wants Cassandra back, who was his best friend as well as his agent before he betrayed her trust and jumped ship. But I don't know if that'll happen. So he moved to a new agency with hopes that he could win her favor back, which I think is funny to say it that way because we are filming this scene. He got a silver. This was not his finest performance due to the things that he's thinking about. Midas is home. We are going to switch over to Goldie because Goldie is our main goal of this episode. We'll be back with Goldie King. We are here with Goldie, who has just arrived in Chestnut Ridge. This lovely guy at the airport that knows Maxwell offered to bring her here and drop her off, and she has arrived at the start of what's looking to be a blizzard. So Goldie was super hungry, so she grabbed a chocolate bar out of her purse, and she's super tired from the trip, so she's going to just come right on over and knock on the door because this is Maxwell's house. Let's talk about our goals for the episode. Our goals are to hang out here with Goldie. Midas's birthday is coming up very soon. However, Goldie's going to be here, so if Midas wants to come and celebrate his birthday, he's going to have to come here. He never wants to visit his dad because he's kind of ashamed of how they grew up, and this is where Midas grew up. I don't know why. Goldie is going to come in, and she is going to hug her father-in-law. Now, she does talk to Maxwell any chance she gets. Sometimes it's not often because Maxwell still leads a really active lifestyle. Goldie is like, hey dad, and she's been calling Maxwell dad for a while, and it used to upset Midas. He doesn't even realize how much Goldie talks to his dad. He's just saying, welcome to my home. I'm so glad you came. I'm so excited about the babies because it's twins, guys. We're having girls. Goldie is saying, do you mind if I have somebody deliver a bed? Because I think I'll be here a little while. He's got Midas's old bed from when he was a kid. Maxwell is like, that would be fine. Should I just drink her some water to boost her energy? Goldie's like, thank you so much for letting me switch the beds out. I've been having a lot of back problems with these twins. He's like, you've been having a lot of back problems? She's like, yeah, with these twins, it's two of them. I bought 2 sets of clothes. Maxwell's talking about how he always wanted more children, but he lost his wife. And she's like, you're still in your prime and buff. You're like, you can find you another woman. And he's like, I don't know about that. Goldie is gonna use the restroom. She did get a energy boost from that. But let's see if we can find her a bed that's a little better that fits the aesthetic here. It is 9 o'clock and Goldie is going to call it a night because she is so tired. She did manage to call around town and one of Maxwell's friends bought this bed right on over. It only took a few hours, so she's gonna rest. Maxwell is just here kind of cleaning house. Let's go whiles down so we can see the snow and how cozy it looks inside versus outside. But he's just thinking how grateful he is that Goldie has come to visit him. He just wants to make sure that she's safe and also has a good time. Maxwell has been on Cupid's corner, but he hasn't found anybody that he's just interested in yet because he really wants someone his age. So Maxwell has found a couple of Sims that he kind of likes. He likes Kayla even though she's macabre. He likes Arnessa. He likes Janet as well. But if he's honest, he's less attracted to Janet. and he likes Adeline. He's late for Census age, but she's sleeping. So, and that's the thing. He's trying to get to know people, but it's so different now. Some people act older than him. Maxwell knows he's an old guy. He wants another lady his age, but he feels like he doesn't feel old. One of his neighbors has been teaching him how to text better, so he's been doing that. But Maxwell needs to go check on his horse because it is very cold. Did we lose our horse? Oh, here's Rascal. When the weather is this bad, Maxwell likes to go. Why is he running like this? Gosh, Maxwell. He likes to go and check on Rascal. We like to brush her and make sure she's okay. She's got her blanket on, so she should not be cold. But we're just going to talk to her a little bit. And Rascal doesn't really like Maxwell's jokes. So the blizzard has died down, and Maxwell's going to run over because he wants to ask Rascal to come play with their ball. He's going to go to sleep. He really wants to get up early to cook for Goldie and his grandbabies, his granddaughters. But we'll be back. Goldie is up. Maxwell, unfortunately, he was on to cook for her. Looks like she's eating already, but he knows that with twins, she will want to be eating again soon. Maxwell isn't the best cook, but he does his best, and it is Winterfest. Maxwell really enjoys the holidays, even though he's been by himself. Technically, he has not been by himself when it comes to community. So Goldie is gonna come out, even though it's cold. She wants to check the mailbox to see if Midas sent anything. Maxwell did finish cooking, and Midas did send her something, but she can't see what it is yet because he asked her not to open it until she's back home, which she doesn't know when that'll be. You know, the more she's around, she starts thinking that she would really like to have her babies here, maybe even recuperate here. She loves Chestnut Ridge so far, even though it's just her first day, but Maxwell got a potluck planned for Winterfest to welcome her here and to introduce her to his neighbors. This is one of the ladies that Maxwell met on Cupid's Corner, and he's got another one that's going to come up with the potluck. However, we did kind of figure out that we already don't like her. Goldie's going to clean up, even though Maxwell has asked her not to. She's going to clean up, and she wants to go out and meet the horse, and that'll give Maxwell and his lady friend some privacy. You know, that's old school when you say lady friend. Maxwell's just telling her a story. I don't know that they're that compatible. I guess we'll find out. Maxwell is trying to date. He doesn't know what to do. Goldie is just heading out here to meet Maxwell's horse, who is low on fun again, and she's acquaintances. Rascal can be a little rough, but Maxwell assured her that the horse would not injure her. Maxwell's like, hey, come play. His horse isn't the funnest of independent play. The horse is galloping. Maxwell is not making much progress. Let's see if she likes to flirt. Goldie is telling her about herself, and yeah, Goldie hasn't made much progress with her, and that's saying something because Goldie gets along with pretty much anyone. But she's realizing that Maxwell was right, and so she's gonna go ahead and eat now. And Maxwell's like, Goldie, he's like, do you want to go to the festival? Or she's like, well, it sounds nice, but I don't know. And she's like, I'm feeling a little tired. And he's like, well, that's understandable. But he is thinking that, oh, someone's calling. Monica thinks she's in love. Congratulations, Monica. Now, he did buy a toy for the baby, so he wants to give it to Goldie. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. And I mean, it's a relief to her to have Midas's dad here giving gifts for the baby, being so excited about the baby when it's not something that Midas has been able to get himself to do. Goldie's gonna go ahead and pay her household bills for back home because oddly enough, it's not something that Midas thinks about. He buys all these things and doesn't realize how high their bills are. But something that she did do, she locked up the safe and she changed the code, knowing that Midas can't get into it. It's not about money. It's about, if you're letting me leave and you're not gonna see my dad, then you're not gonna swim in your money and play in your money while I'm gone all day. And that's just kind of how Goldie feels. She's telling Maxwell that she's been a little sad, a little blue. She's been worried about how she's going to take care of two babies. Maxwell's going to care for the horse. And what Goldie's going to do is take a little nap before the potluck starts because it's starting in a couple of hours. Maxwell is going on a relax ride, but he knows that he's only got about an hour. He can't ride long or far like Rascal likes to do. Yeah, he's got less than an hour before the potluck. Tell Rascal just to go back home, like they aren't far. And it gives Rascal a little time to, he tried to throw Maxwell, but Maxwell's a pro. So he's gonna get in here and use the restroom and wash his hands because we start now and Goldie is up. So let's go. Another thing that Goldie did was order a tree. Maxwell is like, Goldie, why didn't you get the tree already put together? Goldie is like, oh my gosh, I see another pregnant lady out the window. Guess how about in things they've got mac and cheese, baked Alaska. Goldie is gonna actually try baked Alaska. Now Kayla right here is the other lady who is very ill prepared for the weather. She doesn't even know better than to come out just like this in a blizzard. Danny, it's too much hair for me, Danny. I can't. Goldie is just meeting everyone. Oh, we've got white cake as well. Like, we got more desserts than actual food at this point. Now Maxwell is over here still talking to Juniper Grove, who should be having her baby at any point now, and she's really venting. I think that Goldie could come over and ask her to feel her baby if she wants. I mean, it's kind of weird because they don't know each other. It's definitely weird. They're talking and feeling the baby bumps. Maxwell hasn't gone over to really talk to this lady. I don't know if he really likes her. They're touching each other's bellies. What Goldie would do is just ask her about her day, and she would probably always ask her the baby due date because Goldie is saying, how's your day? How you feeling? When's your baby due? Because Goldie knows that the closer it is to due date, probably the more miserable you feel. Y'all, why are these people in the bed over here? Oh, Indra is here. We did not even know that Indra knew Maxwell. Look at the timing of this. Relationship on thin ice. Try Cupid's counseling by Cupid's Corner. We have semi-professional therapists. I heard you became friends with Maxwell. He's pretty cool. So that's Cassandra. She grew up around Maxwell. Goldie is here talking to Dirk Dreamer. Just getting to know him. He's been seeking her out. She didn't know he hung in Chestnut Ridge, but admittedly, she did not know a lot about him. Goldie's gonna sing about Winterfest, even though she's really bad at singing. Now, that surprises that Dirk has this high-pitched voice. Father Winter is here. It's pretty lively here. So I'm gonna see if we can get some sons over here to start decorating the tree. We see some of everybody here. So she is having a wonderful day. I thought they said she was in labor. Maxwell definitely is not interested like that in this lady. They're not compatible either. Goldie's gonna come over and put ornaments on the tree. Then she's gonna introduce herself to Father Winter. She's gonna ask, Father Winter, do you have a gift? She's asking him, do you have a gift for my babies, Father Winter? And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you. So she's gonna get some food. She got a gaming mat. She does play games, like she likes to game. So that's a good fit. Okay, it looks like the actual potluck is over. Let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away. So Goldie's gonna get a salad to eat because she is so hungry. Then she's gonna try to clean up. She's been thinking about the fact that it's Midas's birthday in a couple of days. She kind of felt like she wants to cook a cake, but is that foolish to cook a cake for someone you don't know if they're gonna come through? But it's been a long Winterfest, and it was awful for Midas. It was absolutely awful where Goldie had a successful Winterfest. So Midas has been at home thinking about losing his wife. We'll be back. Goldie is calling in because she is on vacation. Goldie is mood swinging it, and it is another blizzard. Midas did call Goldie, and it has frustrated her. She doesn't know what to think, but she's gonna talk to Maxwell about it. She's like, I've been out here in this blizzard, and I love it here, but where's your son? Where is he? Maxwell is like, I wanna text him right now. Cause y'all know he on his text now. Goldie feels like he's treating her like trash, so she's gonna tell him if he doesn't make the next move, I'm gonna leave. Goldie's gonna eat, and Maxwell is going to do one last thing and invite Janet Dishman over for now. Goldie has to calm down. So Maxwell is singing, and Goldie's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could sing. Of course he can sing, because this is where Midas got it from, right? It just goes to show how much Midas doesn't talk about his dad, that Goldie did not even know that he could sing. So she's gonna just clean up and get out of their way. He's kind of flirting a little bit. So they're getting along really well. Goldie is talking to Monica, then she's gonna call Cassandra. Maxwell's got to go out because the blizzard is starting again. He's got to check on his horse. When it gets bad like this, his horse doesn't have a barn. They don't really need it. He does put like a heater out there with them. And he also makes sure they have like the thickest blanket. And he even has some of those horse coats that cover their ears and heads and things. His horse is generally pretty fine. Not cold like he would think he would be. Goldie is here cleaning the bathroom when she really needs to be using the bathroom. Goldie is talking to Cassandra. Cassandra called. Everybody's calling. She's like, Goldie, have you had the babies? Are you still in Chestnut Ridge? And Goldie's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here for the foreseeable future. One thing Cassandra did, because she is a friend for real, she has decided to call Midas and tell him, if you don't get over there now, you're gonna lose your woman. But because Goldie is such a sweetheart, she cannot help but to bake a winter cake. She's gonna do that because she's thinking, what if Midas does come here? Maxwell's talking, gonna clean up as well. Maxwell's just getting a shower, and her and Maxwell are just gonna sit in his room and watch season premiere day. They're gonna lounge because this is the only TV that Maxwell has in the house, so it's season premiere day, and that's what they're gonna do. Maxwell's wondering, how's that baby? And Goldie's like, I think the girls are fine. She's trying to think like what names could she name them. The season premiere is gone really, really well. They both enjoyed it. Goldie is just kind of relaxing still, but she's gonna get up and clean up. She's really thinking like, what is Midas doing? And where is he? She is now in her final trimester. And look who walked in. I mean, he walked in like a king, but I guess he's matching his name. And Midas is just saying, hi, Goldie. She's like, hi. He's like, I'm really worried about you and the babies. And she's like, you are? She's gonna say, I cooked this cake for you hoping that you would come, but I was about to cut a piece, I'll be honest. Here's your birthday candle. So Midas is like, oh my gosh, will you come back home with me? Thank you for cooking this cake. He's immediately gonna blow those candles out. And it's Midas's birthday. But Goldie put trick candles on the cake. And so he blew it out. And Midas has aged up everybody. As we give Midas his elder makeover, this is where we're gonna wrap our episode up because Midas did show up. Goldie will be going back home with him. I do believe that she's gonna give it a try. Their relationship is really low right now. Their friendship is super low because of the stunt he pulled when she showed up, as he was the recipient of the Star Towel of Fame. They've got some work to do. Goldie has entered her third trimester this episode, even though we didn't talk about it. So next episode, guess what? We should be seeing those twins. I think this look looks awesome on Midas, actually. Midas still wants to be a heartthrob, and now he's got some gray hair showing, and he actually thinks that this could work for him. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.